All right, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is King of Cards Tarot Readings. Today we have a general collective reading. I mean, by now, it probably goes without saying. I'm always looking for the good. I'm always trying to find that highest path, the easiest way out. I'm trying to help you get the bag through the door. So, yeah, let's get into it. So the flash reading, the just quick glance, it's it's telling me that action is the way forward, but action doesn't ensure advancement. It's tough. I struggle with this personally. So, for our main issue, we have the Empress in reverse. Now, to me, the Empress represents daily ritual, um, the constant patterns of life, the things we do to prepare for future things, and the future things that we do when they reach the present. So I think about getting groceries, unloading groceries to pantry and freezer. I think about taking eggs out of the fridge and frying up an egg or two and returning the eggs to the fridge so they're there when you need to use them. I get marrying your dish soap bottles, you know? Maybe you don't do that. Maybe you just throw it when it gets low. But even still, throwing out the old bottle, putting the new bottle in its place. Not necessarily strictly domestic activities, but things that happen cyclically or repeatedly, but not the kinds of things that necessarily happen a bunch in a short time, but looking around, saying what needs to be done today or this morning or later on while I'm out to keep the machine harmonious. That's what I feel from the Empress. The spirituality of every day. Not the big gestures, not the weekend trips or the preaching of the doctrine, but living life and doing what it takes to live life well according to your own terms. So we have this in reverse. So I'm not exactly sure what this is showing me yet. I guess knowing that those things aren't going anywhere can sometimes free you up to take a little break and try something out of routine. I'm not sure that's what this is saying yet, but that's an initial marker along the way. So, to the right, our opposal card in support of the main issue, we have a Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is fiery aspect of water, the action of emotion. So, yeah, I guess what I'm getting from this is like be willing to do something out of your routine in order to seek after something you desire or in response to an emotion that arises in you. So if you get the feeling to go to the beach, to go to the park, to go see a movie, like do it. And if it cuts into your daily routine, check to make sure that it's not overwhelming your ability to return to normal, but don't don't sacrifice this special occasion simply to maintain order on the home front. That's where I'm starting to pin this. And then on the left hand side, our influence working against the main issue is Ace of Cups in reverse. And this is the root of water energy, it's the source of emotion. So I'm going to say, in reference to this, this is kind of like the self doubt or the fear that if you step away from the helm, that the ship is going to crash on the rocks. I think there's a level of be aware that if this Knight of Cups energy becomes a regular event, it will destabilize your home life and your daily approach. But so will the negative thought, the negative emotion that comes from not giving yourself the ability to pursue that. Yeah, so I'm seeing yeah, Ace of Cups in reverse is also giving me. So there's things you do around the house that help you feel good around the house. There's things you do to make sure that, yeah, you feel ready to move forward. And I would say prioritize those things before you allow this seeking energy to disrupt your routine. So, yeah, like get the things done you can get done that you need to get done, but let some of the less important tasks fall behind to allow you to do something that wouldn't hmm yeah that that would that would serve you, something that would serve you but that you might not give yourself permission to do. It is worth that response to what's arising within you. Hmm. Interesting. Yeah, I'm trying to see more in this for a collective. So, yeah, it looks like some of you have something you want to do that calls you out of the house, but you feel bad about wanting it and you feel bad about neglecting your tasks. And what I'm getting is that feeling bad builds up to a point where it becomes as disruptive as if you had taken the time away and come back to re-establish order. So, if you've been wanting this for a long time, like if it's a weekly thing, a monthly thing, plan ahead a little bit. Do a little work on the front end to make yourself feel that you can step away. If it's a one time event, let yourself fall behind. You can catch up. Maybe reach out to someone to support your break from the mundane. Maybe spend a little money to support this endeavor. Yeah, I'm getting for some of you, this thing you want to do is like a class or a learning opportunity that you see as actually being able to upgrade your daily life. And in that case, I would say do it. Whether it's a success or not, it's gonna motivate you to learn more about yourself and what's possible for you. And that's gonna serve you in the long run heavily. Hmm. Yeah, just mostly whatever this is, you want it so much. And something like this was kept from you in the past. It seems like you listened to someone who discouraged you from pursuing what you wanted, and their reasoning, while sound, it like undercut your foundation. And so you've felt bound or tied to maintaining order in an area or a domain. Maybe it's a job for some of you. You took a weekend off or a week off if you're week workers, but you took some time away from this job, and when you came back everything was in disarray, and they're like, "We can't function without you." So you now feel, one, if you take the time away, everything's going to go to hell. But secondarily, like this thing you want may actually pull you away from that whole dynamic, might put you in a new situation. And guess it feels like you're feeling some duty, like you're bound to this space or this place or these people. And I think it's worth them feeling your absence and having to deal with that situation on their own, at least for the time it takes you to explore this option. And ultimately, if this option's good for you, you should take it. You should pursue it. And even if you fail at it, with the situation you're in right now isn't keeping you happy enough to not be thinking about this thing For some of you, I'm getting it's like a real estate weekend intensive. And I'm not getting that it's like gonna instantly upgrade your life and suddenly now you're just like in a whole better place. But I think it's incremental and I think it's instrumental to getting you to that next place. And maybe you don't apply any of what you learn at this event, but just the act of going, listening, learning, networking puts you in a new mindset that just being a cog in a machine maintaining order hasn't done for you. Yeah, that's it. It's this Empress isn't pointing to your daily life of home. That's what this reversal is. It's that you've become the dominant spirit in someone else's household. So maybe this is like a neighbor who you clean up for, or you like walk their dog every day, or somehow you've inherited someone else's daily activities. And so now you're maybe not even attending to your own goals because you're taking care of someone else's issue, like their garbage or their dishes. It could be a roommate for some of you. Yeah. So, hmm. That's an interesting one. Yeah, some of you in the collective, this is a roommate who doesn't take care of their own space, and you have to if you want to be comfortable in your space. But no matter how much work you do, they are just what's the word? A generator of disorder and filth. And it's not just clutter, it's like gross stuff. That's why I'm seeing now this Ace of Cups in reverse is saying that there's like it's like a reverse flow. Like they're a source of this flow of energy, but it's this energy of waste and disorder, and it's like they're emotionally diverting, and that activity is polluting your space. So, from that stance, I'm seeing the Knight of Cups is saying, like, you're maybe even looking at a new living situation and you're maybe worried, can you afford it? Can you not afford it? And you're seeing how, in order to afford that, like, you would maybe have to take on more work. So that's, yeah, it seems like maybe your current living situation, you really like it because it's affordable and you're able to like save money maybe, or it's close to work so you can walk, or there's something about it that like you see as a benefit. Um, Maybe some of you don't have to pay rent, but maybe that's it. You're living with someone who's able to pay the rent or a large portion of it, but they don't take care of the space. And so you're left doing all this work that if you were doing that work like as a job, you would more than make that rent money. So I'm getting, yeah, it's worth looking for situation. Sorry, hello. It's worth looking for a new situation where you're putting that work into something that's paying you. Not just paying you back, but paying you like money. And being in a different living situation where maybe you're in a smaller space or a more expensive space. And so you're taking on certain limitations, but the freedom you're going to feel from that is going to be worth all the gold in the world. Yeah, that feels resonant with the collective. Okay, so let's see here. The deck top card is Queen of Cups. So she is the watery aspect of water. Yeah, your feeling about the situation is the most important thing. So if you're in a situation but it feels bad, it doesn't matter how cheap or convenient it is. And if you're in a situation that's like hard, but you feel good about it at the end of the day, that's going to be way better for your long term health and enjoyment and for whoever's in your life. It's going to be better for all of you. Yeah. And for some of you, this is actually a relationship you're in. You're living with this person and you love them, but you don't feel good sharing your space with them. And you're afraid that leaving will ruin your relationship, or you feel like you owe it to them. Maybe you even have a kid together, but I know it's looking more like a dog. Like maybe you have a dog together or a cat together, and you don't know if you can take it, if they'll take it. But I guarantee you, sharing custody with this person from different spaces is going to be way healthier than making it work together. Because the amount of work you have to do to get them to change their ways is 3 times as hard as the work it'll take you to change the situation and let everything adjust to the new situation. That's what I'm getting. And Queen of Cups looks like she's also representing a person who wants to help you and support you as you go through this transition. So, this could be your mother, your partner's mother. It could be um, an older coworker who has experienced something similar to this in their past. And yeah, more than financial support, it looks like they have the ability to coach you through the process and just give you the strength to know that it's okay to do what you're doing, to ripple the pond in pursuit of your own lily pad, is what I'm getting from her. Yeah, and it's interesting. We have 3 cup cards all surrounding this Empress. And so it's like you have the negative emotion of the Ace of Cups in reverse, which to me is like a roommate or uh, could be a co worker or partner, could even be a family member who is just polluting the whole space and making you feel duty bound to take care of their dilemmas. And then Knight of Cups, I'm getting this opportunity you want to reach for. And for some of you, this could be a person, a partner you want to seek. But in the case that it's a partner, they're pursuing their own goals. And it doesn't seem to me like they're a good partnership for you, but it does seem like if you pursue them, it will lead you out of this current situation, and that might be enough. So, if you're lucky enough for this to be a person, don't get your hopes up on them like staying with you or even letting you fully into their world. But if you pursue them, it can be enough upward mobility to kind of yank you from the muck. And then, yeah, I'm getting that this Queen of Cups, someone who cares about you. And it can even be your future self looking back saying, good thing we made this choice. Yeah, again, I don't like to focus on negative stuff. I like to focus on the positive. But, you know, everybody always says, I wish I would have left sooner. I wish I would have invested earlier. I wish I would have not waited so long. And I think that's what the Empress in reverse is saying. You're waiting to act. You're continuing to function in the situation that's not good for you, and you're strong enough to last in it, you know, but it's keeping you from finding yourself in fluid alignment. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say. Been trying to make these a little bit longer. R- Release the obligation you hold yourself to. Even if you signed a contract, some of you, this might be contractual, might be a marriage, you might have a child with this person, or a dog or cat, I'm seeing for some of you. Let that obligation go. It's okay. It's okay to disappoint people. It's okay to leave someone, even if it's for someone else. It's not up to you to write their story. For some of you, this is going to be done in secret, and you'll have to, like, write a letter home. Hey, I moved. I'm in New York now, or I've gone to Toronto, or, like, I went back to the States, for some of you. And yeah, if you choose to stay, don't blame yourself. Let that be your choice. That's okay. Look how good a job you're doing. You're keeping this thing afloat. And if you like keeping it afloat, it is worth your time and your sacrifice. So, yeah. Reach out to the people who are supportive of you and ignore the people who are judgmental of you. For some of you, I'm starting to see that this Queen of Cups energy can actually be holding you back and saying things like, oh, you know, Knight of Cups person, they don't really care about you, so don't go off with them. Stay home with, Ace of Cups in reverse person. That's your partner, that's your child's co parent. Stay in this, make it work, put in the energy. And yeah, if that's what your choice is, then work with that person to stay in that choice. But if your choice is to leave it, which 90% of you collective, that's going to be your choice. Find the Queen of Cups energy that supports your decision and stay away from the Queen of Cups energy who discourages your growth. Yeah. Hopefully, I'm starting to get better at being able to read the multiple inflections of these general readings because, again, we are all responding to the same energy, but we have different situations and different responses are required or offered. There's no requirement. Response isn't even required. You can hear this and just keep doing what you're doing, and maybe you'll just see some of the dynamics a little clearer. That's part of my goal. I want to give you the opportunity to make choice and to feel like you can see a slightly deeper layer of the involvement of you and the things in your life. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna leave it there for now. Um, I've said it before. Gonna say it again. Please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you'll know when I've posted a new video. Be one of the first to watch, and don't be afraid to go back to the catalog and watch something from before, because all of these messages are timeless. Thank you, everybody. See you real soon.